What in the world could be in this box? Let's find out. Greetings, toy heads, and welcome to another episode of Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams, here on the Digitally Rebastard Network, the action figure show about news, reviews, collecting tips, customizations, kit bashing, everything that goes into this fun, nerdy hobby that you and I both love. And in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at what's in this box, and by the title of the video, you already know what it is. But, short story, back in 2010, Hasbro did this special offer. They brought back the mail-away offer for the vintage rocket-firing Boba Fett. And just like the original back in the late 70s, early 80s, they did this with Kenner, and you sent in the proofs of purchases off the action figures and paid for shipping and handling, and you got a Boba Fett. In the process of that taking place, the Battlestar Galactica toys, particularly the Cylon Raider and the Colonial Viper ship that fired little red missiles, one kid got shot in the mouth and it went in his throat and he choked and died. That's the urban legend. From what I understand, there's a lot of truth to it. However, when everyone got their rocket-firing Boba Fett, it wasn't rocket firing. It was the little red missile was glued into the backpack, and that was that. And anyone who ever says that they got one didn't get one because they never sent those out. There are some that exist. There's a handful of them floating around out there, and if you got thousands upon thousands of dollars, you can get your hands on one. I would love to have one in my collection, but there's absolutely no way that I would ever pay that for a 3 3/4 inch original Star Wars. I mean, I'm a collector. I'm not that hardcore. But back in 2010, they brought this offer back, and you got you with 5 proofs of purchases off of the Hasbro, and they hadn't really started like the vintage collection or anything yet. They were still coming like out of Power of the Force, and I think they were really getting into multi-articulated figures, and that's where these were one of the first waves that they started making the real articulated 3 3/4 inch figures. I don't have many 3 3/4 inch figures in my collection. I don't collect the vintage collection or the like classic vintage stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with it, and I'm going to make a video on that one of these days about why I don't, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But so I chose. I'm like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to get the Bounty Hunters from Empire Strikes Back, because they did this because it was the 30th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back. And so obviously there's 6 bounty hunters, so I only needed 5, but if you're going to get the bounty hunters, you kind of have to get all 6 of them. So I did. And actually, the first time I went and hit Toys R Us, I think it was either Toys R Us or Walmart, I ended up getting most of them. I think I got like Boba Fett, IG-88, and Dengar. I think Bosk was the one that was really hard to find, and then Zuckuss was the really hard one to find. I'm not pointing at Forlom, I'm pointing at Zuckuss. Originally, Star Wars had those names flip-flopped. Kirk Kenner had those names flip-flopped. Like, he was Zuckuss, and he was Forlom. And I don't exactly know why, but they eventually got their names flipped to where he was Zuckuss and he's Forlom. So these were the ones that I got, and these are the ones that I mailed in, and that's what's in this package, is the vintage mail away rocket firing Boba Fett. Now, before I get into that, I'm going to move these guys aside, and I'm going to grab the Boba Fett just so you can see what was being done back in 2010, which this is pretty amazing. for 2010. Number one, is this the one with the removable helmet? I think it is. Yes. Oh, geez. I think, well, there we go. That happened. Yeah, okay, it's not wanting to come off. But it does have, if you look under there, you can see, I don't know, it's the helmet stuck on. It's been on there for many years, up on my shelf. Now he's falling apart. Jeez, oh, Pete, I had to go messing with stuff. But that's interesting. You've got the neck with the ball on top. But as you can see, you can see the bottom of the chin there in the helmet. That does come off, and it is a, like, Tamura Morrison face in a white balaclava, which is really cool. It has an actual cloth goods cape, the removable backpack. The viewfinder does not go down, but he is... it doesn't have outward hinges on the legs there, but you do have a knee and a knee swivel, a waist, and you do have feet, swivels on the feet, which was pretty advanced for that time. They weren't really doing a whole lot of that with, they got even better too. Which I have some of those too that are more articulated than the original G.I. Joes were. But that is the Boba Fett. Get a closer look at. Here is his gun fell out of his hand. I had to go messing with these, and now they're all falling over and falling apart. There is the Forlom. He doesn't have as much articulation. He's got a little bit, but you know, they were very, very articulated. Here's Bosk. As you can see there, he's got his gun slung around him because for some reason it's very hard for him to hold on to that gun. Here is Dengar. Dengar even has like an ab crunch thing going on there, which I think most of them do. I mean, just pretty amazing. I've even got, look at that. I got his hand on his pistol in his holster there. And then here we've got Zuckuss. It's the brown Zuckuss, which to me is the incorrect Zuckuss, because if you look at him from Empire Strikes Back, he's more of a tan color with the robe and the shirt and everything. But that is Zuckuss, and even the head is even more tan color, beige color. And then there is IG-88. Yeah, really well made, really well designed. I'm going to move these out of the way here because we're going to crack this open. I am not unboxing it. I'm just going to take it out of the mailer because that is the only thing that's been opened. I will never open this. I know I've always said I'm an opener, but there are lines that even I won't cross, and this is one of them. I must be very, very careful here. But it is in the box that it's in is that was just the mailing package. This is the actual box. Is a little dented there. But ages 4+, rocket firing Boba Fett, number 97917. You've got the choking hazard here, choking, which is actually kind of ironic. And then the Hasbro logo. And then on the back, hey, look at there. Jibbery jabbery legal jargon, Houses of Klingon. Look at that. Ages 0 to 3, you know what that means.
If your child is not born yet, they shouldn't play with these toys.
That's right. You're welcome. And so let's crack this open. One of the ends is... there we go. Okay. All right. My card is a little bent, and that's the way it came, but there it is. As you can see, that card is a little bent, but unpunched. There he is. The Hasbro with the Kenner logo, 2010 rocket firing Boba Fett. this is what he would have looked like if he had been made in the original line. This is what this is exactly what it would have looked like. Getting a closer look here. I'm going to be very careful. You can see he does have the regular Imperial blaster, and then on the side here you can see he does have the rocket. He has a default rocket in there. I don't know if you can see it, but he does have a default rocket that doesn't fire, just to put it in there for regular play. But that card is a little more bent than I would like it to be, but that's okay. Eventually, one day I will, and it is actually coming off the card a little bit down here. But eventually I will probably sell this if I'm ever needing a whole lot of money. But that is the front, and then on the back we have I guess this is the vintage collection. It says the vintage collection. Were they doing that then? Maybe they were. I guess they were. Okay, I didn't know it was the vintage collection. But this was I guess the current wave, which was Darth Vader, Dengar, Bespin Luke, or Luke in fatigues, the Hoth, Princess Leia, and C-3PO. There's the warnings again and all of that. But this has been a cherished part of my collection. I actually stumbled upon this. I was looking for something else that I wanted to use in one of my videos, and I saw that box. I was like, what is that box? And I pulled it out. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to make a video and share this with all of you. So yeah, there he is. They do exist. I think the cheapest I've seen one for is around somewhere between $150, $200, all the way up to like $300, $400. Probably in a little bit better condition that mine is in. But yeah, I've got one. And like I said, someday I may end up selling it. But for now, it's going to go back in the box and back in the mailer, and back on the shelf whence it came, that I found it on. At any rate, I just wanted to share that with you this week, and because it is it's the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, but, still, it's Boba Fett, so that still counts. At any rate, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of the Digitally Rebastard Network. You guys have a great week and a great day. I'll see you next time, and until then, don't forget to get your figure on. Take care.